Hey, what's going on out there in this great land of YouTube? It's Jack. You're probably wondering why I'm standing next to good old Blue Optimus Prime here from the Transformers, but I'm about to tell you, it's graduation day, and we're going to start off with the law of physics, starting with Sir Isaac Newton's way, the Newtonian way of physics. And I've got a quote from here, or maybe not a quote, but just what Newtonian way of science says. An object will remain in motion or at rest in a uniform state of motion unless that state is changed by an external force. And what that means, yes, what goes up must come down, or in order to get pushed, you got to get shoved. You just can't stand there and not fight. There should be no fighting allowed in science. Come on, Newtonian way of thinking. So we graduated to Albert Einstein's way of thinking. And here's a quote from Albert Einstein. He says this, quote unquote, "If quantum theory is correct, it signifies the end of physics as a science altogether," unquote. And what that says to me is, check this out for you guys that aren't familiar with quantum physics. Basically, we learned a lot about how the Big Bang started. Basically, and what I'm saying by that, we learned about quarks, photons, neutrons, nucleuses, atoms. I mean, heck, we had the atom bomb, nuclear bombs. That's where quantum physics all comes from. But let's graduate to something even a little bit better, and it has to do with a thing called LOVE. Thank you, Optimus Prime. Check this out. It's a quote about cosmic science, and it goes like this. "A blade of grass is a commonplace here on Earth," and this is anonymous. "A blade of grass is a commonplace here on Earth. It would be a miracle on Mars. Our descendants on Mars will know the value of a patch of green. If a blade of grass is priceless, what's the value of 9.3 billion of us here on Earth?" So, unquote. What I'm saying with cosmic force, and it all has to do with feelings, emotions, because once we understand we are light, and that's what a quark and a photon really is. It's the beginning of the universe. So if we look underneath the microscope and we really look deep into ourselves and our bodies, that's where the Mandelbrot theory comes into play. It's never ending. They can't find the end to our own beings. And when we look up into the sky, the universe is never ending as well. So with the cosmic force of love, one thing I know we should all do is transform ourselves into bigger, magical ways of thinking. And like I said, with 9.3 billion of us here on Earth, it's worth standing for something. Let's get together, proudly stand together, and say cosmic love. That's where it's at. LOVE. If we stand for something, we won't fall for anything. Choose love. Oh, have a great day.